Well, hey everybody, it's me, Jermaine, and I am back with another Simple Truth news update. And I wanted to jump out here real quick, and I haven't made too many videos lately. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again, that I'm just at a point where the Simple Truth is only going to jump out here and make a video when something is really pertinent, something is really important, or something just comes up in my spirit that I feel that I want to share with the audience. So for my being away, I apologize. But what I want to talk to you about, I want to give you a little update on, is I want to weigh in on this Trump 2016 situation. And I think I want to weigh in on it in a little bit of a different manner than most people do. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the whole political process, and I want you to hear me real clearly when I say this, the whole political process is a rigged game, and there is no winning. However, the voice that Donald Trump has put out there, as far as what he's saying, how he's saying it, the way in which he is, his mannerisms, the way he holds himself and conducts himself, is that of something totally different that has not been heard before. And I know there may be some pundits out there that may say, you know, well, Obama was different. And you're right. He was different. All he was he approached the situation differently, but he was still one of the club. He was still one of the establishment, but he just did it in a different way. And the biggest difference was the fact that he had a black face. Now, let's be very clear about that. It wasn't too black of a face, but it was a black face where the white America could identify with him because he wasn't too black, and black America could identify him because he was just of color. And so back to the Trump situation. If I voted, which I will not, which I do not, but if I voted, I would definitely vote for Donald Trump. And the reason being is this. I was holding a conversation with my 91-year-old grandmother just the other day. And the one thing that I was sharing with her was the fact that we as Black Americans, or so-called African Americans, we are so ignorant in the sense of we can be tricked to follow anything. And I want you to hear me real clearly. Don't just take the first couple of words that I say. Hear me clearly. We can be tricked into anything. We have continuously, as a people, in my lifetime at least, in the last 46 years, we have bought into the liberal agenda, and how it seems as if the Democratic Party is for us, but every single time we get got, as they say in the hood. You vote for Clinton and you think, here we go. It's a positive situation. And for a while, there seemed to be what appeared to be prosperity. But come to find out, it was the same old, same old. And then we have President Barack Hussein Obama. You know, he's talking about change you can depend on. I want to ask the question, how much better off are you 8 years later than you were 8 years before? That's just something for you to think about. And I'm talking to those of us of color. And so we have Donald Trump and we have Hillary Clinton. It looks as if that's what it's going to be. So it looks as if in November, in the general election of 2016, for the presidency of the United States, you have Hillary Clinton. And on the Republican side, you have Donald Trump. Now, many will say, you know, we want to vote for Hillary because it gives us an opportunity to have the first woman president. It amazes me where you are not considering anything that you are supposed to be considering when you vote. And that is the candidate's record, and as much as you can discern the candidate's character. And so, here we go again. Black folk are just, you know, they don't like the rhetoric of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a billionaire, so I guess that seems as if he's against the people. But the very Hillary Clinton that you're voting for is just as wealthy, but she's wealthy as a political Washington insider. That's how she's gotten her wealth. Donald Trump, at least, he got his wealth the old-fashioned way. He screwed people in the business world to make his money. He didn't, you know, use the political system and screw the American public with false promises of what they would do for you to make their money. Being the a lapdog of the special interests and of the lobbyists. So what it comes down to is our people here in America, especially the black folk in America, they remind me of a person who has the kind of schlep rock type luck, where no matter what they do, whether they're at the casino, whether they're at the horse races, or whether they're even playing the numbers on a weekly basis, they can never win. They can never win no matter what they do, no matter what kind of insight they are given, no matter what kind of tips they're given, they can never win. It's amazing how this continues to happen. It's a revolving circle. It's a revolving door. It happens over and over and over again. And at the end of every 4 or 8 years, and here's the funny thing about it, they'll be being screwed over so badly in the first 4 years and will vote again for the same person, saying, well, they need more time. And at the end of every run, things remain the exact same. Nothing changes. And the reason nothing changes is because nothing new is being done. It's purely insanity. As Albert Einstein said, he said insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. Kind of like voting Democrat for over 40 years and nothing has still changed. Pure insanity. This has been the simple truth. And as I always tell you, it's the simple things that are oftentimes the most profound, but yet they're the most difficult to put into practice and to actually do. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll be sure to see you, and you again on another episode real soon. Do something different, people. Just try it. What's the worst that could happen? 4 years from now, you could be in the exact same situation. Take care.